Hello, and thank you for stopping by the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. I am Thomas Metal 75, and this is your Massachusetts Beer Reviews. And if I'm mistaken, I've never tried a beer from this brewery. They are the Stillwater Artisinal beers. They are out of Baltimore, Maryland. You can find them on the web at www.stillwater-artisinal.com. This one is a summer offering, as far as I understand. It is a 6.6% alcohol by volume brew. This one is called Cellar Door. Cellar Door is a dry hopped farmhouse wheat ale with sage from Stillwater Artisinal. They say on the can, actually, which is great, and they actually show the fact that it's exported over to the UK as well, that they use malted barley, wheat, oats, hop, yeast, and sage, guys. So that's pretty... Let me get a better angle over here. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's pretty interesting right there. It's considered a farmhouse ale on Beer Advocate. Rate Beer is calling it a farmhouse ale or a wheat beer, and it's in their top 50 for the wheat beers. Now, they say here it's with white sage on their website, and they're using German wheat and pale malts, Sterling and Citra hops, and a touch of white sage, and their house saison yeast strain. I'm going to be enjoying it in a tulip glass. Typed in what beer glass should I use for saisons, and Google says tulip. So it's in the high 60s right now. It was in the lower 70s in southeastern Massachusetts, where I'm based out of. So, I mean, it's kind of a good time for a lighter style beer and celebrating Memorial Day this weekend. This beer is best before, or BBE, September 2018. That's kind of crazy. Alright, this one says it was actually, even though they're out of Baltimore, Maryland, it says brewed and canned by Stillwater Artisinal in Stratford, Connecticut, and it's distributed by 12% LLC in Brooklyn, New York, and Oslo, Norway, and Hagström, Sweden, or Hagstein, Sweden. So that's pretty cool that they're getting to Scandinavia. Alright, here's the look of the white, or the cellar door, from artisanal people at Stillwater. Pretty hazy, pretty cloudy. There's a lot of suspended particles and sediment in there. It's got that bone white head and that lemony yellow bordering the orange look of a great saison. I am getting small itty-bitty pops and fizzes, so it's looking like a really refreshing beer. Let's get a nose on the cellar door. It smells like almost like a, Belgian wit beer, with those coriander, and you can get the wheat beer element. You get a lemoniness, you get an orange peel kind of a note to it, but you're also getting the white peppercorn. You're getting a little bit of the horse blanket from Belgium, that sort of barnyardy, earthy note. Slightly yeasty in the bready malt category, and definitely some light peppery notes. I'm not really getting an herbal note from sage yet, but smells the part of a good wheat beer / saison hybrid. Cheers, guys. Cellar Door, Stillwater Artisinal. Now you get more of an herbal characteristic from the sage. It plays nicely with that, I'm going to say like a peppercorn or like a white peppercorn. It's not really, really spicy, but You're getting the note of the pepper appropriately. There's a nice underlining Belgian yeasty saison kind of a funk to it. It's not overly tart or anything sour. It just has that funky Belgian yeast, kind of almost like a Pilsner-y sensation to it. It's definitely has the wheat beer characteristic to it, the wheat malt, Pilsner malt flavors to it. Again, orange peel, lemon notes. I'm getting a little bit of a creamy sensation out of this. This is a freaking awesome beer. I would say medium, on the light side of medium, but medium. Crisp, clean, ultra refreshing. I'm getting left in the mouth with an orangey note and a little bit of a bitteriness. I'm not sure how bitter the IBUs this particular beverage is, but there's a combination of some bittering hops and orange peel notes in the background. So I gotta give this thing an A. It's pretty good, a little hybrid of a saison and a wheat beer. I think people could get into this and kind of use it almost as a gateway into Belgian beers. Not only a gateway into a really well-made, or a gateway into Belgian beer styles. Not only is it a really great representation of a wheat beer, of a white ale from Belgium, and it kicks the shit out of Blue Moon, it's a really light and refreshing version of what saisons can really be in farmhouse ales. So, I gotta give that at least an A in that 93, 94 range. I am enjoying this immensely. Yeah, I mean, maybe some of the tropical fruit notes from it being dry hopped. Maybe that's going on. But dry hopping is, I don't know that it does a tremendous amount to this particular beer, but it's absolutely delicious. If you get I'm not sure what happened to the footage here, but because my camera said go on the app. Alright. My overall thoughts, if you didn't get that. 93.5. Classic Belgian wit beer flavors of your coriander and your spices, and lemon and orange peel, and wheat malts, for sure. Bready wheat malts. Classic farmhouse ale. Funky, light on the funk, but funky yeasty component, horse blanket, and has a white peppercorn flavor to it, and has, again, another little Pilsner-y malt Belgian thing going on. So it's the perfect hybrid of both of those. Sage is in there a little bit. You can taste an herbal note, but it's not the biggest star in the show. And there's a little bit of tropical notes, I guess you could say, from the dry hopping in the nose, but not by much. Again, this is going to get a 93.5. It's an A. It is a world-class beer. If you can get cellar door artisanal beers, or a cellar door from Stillwater Artisinal, if you see it in your area, get it. $3.32 for this can. It was great. It was amazing. Cheers. Happy Memorial Day. Until next time, keep tasting those great beers. See you soon.